at the Newton Stadium, Lancaster suffer a 4-2 defeat against a team many consider title favourites.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they're not top two. I must say we've given them fright tonight, and we've given them a fright in circumstances that we've created ourselves. I thought at 1-0 they had a lot of the ball, but we probably managed it quite well. I think the first goal's offside by quite some distance. I will check it on the camera, of course, but he looks to be 3-4 yards off. Might be wrong, but certainly live looks like it. Great finish though. And then they're sending off, and we've played 70 minutes with 10 men. We conceded a second goal because we just stretched. And I thought we made some change. I thought we made the right changes, if I'm honest. Thought we made the right change at the right time to try and bring ourselves back into it. We purposely used Jake. We wanted Jake to be a second half substitute. We thought he might, when the game got stretched, we thought he might really hurt them. And him and Nico, to be fair, we worked out a way of playing, and we went after that way of playing. And even at 3-2, Jake has a half chance, doesn't he? We have a half chance at the back post. We knew we had to ride out our luck, and we did. I think they've hit the post and the bar, which you're down to 10, you're going to have to take a chance. And that was my view at half time. If we could score a couple of goals and get ourselves within touching distance and just make them get a little bit deeper, which we did, and just start to pinch and counter. So from a character perspective, really pleased with the performance. There's a lot I didn't like about the first half. We didn't keep to the game plan. I thought we showed them too much respect, if I'm honest. And I thought we've chewed it for the first goal in a couple of areas. We've overplayed, which we don't ask them to do. We've tried to be clever and smart, and against a really dangerous side who, yeah, they'll be top two. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they win it. But we've given them a fright, and there's lots to take that's positive out of it. But listen, I don't want to come in here and talk to people after losing football matches, especially when I certainly believed after 75 that we might get one more chance. We might come, especially when they hit the post. I thought, well, is it going to be our night? But no, so loads of good to take from the first half. From the second half, not much good at all to take from the first half with 11 or 10.
So the red card and the subsequent change, as you mentioned, to bring Jake Connolly onto the field, seemed to galvanise the Doddy Blues, battling for every ball and scoring 2 good goals.
Yeah, Jake's come on and he's probably been our star performer, hasn't he? And he was unlucky to get left out tonight. And I know it's straightforward for me for people to say, listen, he'll get it wrong when we've got beat. But if we get it right, nothing said. You can't win as a manager. We made changes tonight based on what we knew we'd be up against today, and I'll stick by them, with conviction, because Jake was used as a game changer today. That was the plan. We didn't plan on him having to come on at 25 minutes or whatever it was at 10 men. So yeah, that's a frustration. I thought we made changes at half time that were brave, and we then went to a shape that was really brave, and we kept 2 men up top there, and we said to them, let's try and set some traps, which we did, and sometimes they worked, and we pinched it back. I thought Brad Carroll, a front foot Brad Carroll, is a very, very effective footballer in this league. We had to have him as a back foot player a lot of the time, and in those moments, those glimpses where he went front foot, he was really dangerous. Yeah, listen, it's really disappointing to lose, but when I reflect on it tomorrow, I will be pleased certainly with second half, and I'll rue a couple of really bad lapses of concentration or really bad decisions that we cannot afford. We can't afford to go down to 10 early in the first half. We can't afford to lose our shape like that. We can't afford to make those mistakes in the middle of the pitch against a team that are as good as they are. So yeah, that's the story of the night, isn't it? The game of 2 halves, of course, and lots to take out the second half. And I think our fans, you can see that they appreciated that effort, and what you said there about us closing balls down and working hard. The data will be through the roof, but it should be. That's the job. The job is to come here and give everything they've got for the football team. I didn't think we did that for half an hour, and at half an hour you're 2-0 down.
We move on to Worksop Town. We present a very different challenge to our host this evening. We go there at the weekend.
We do. I think they'll be big, strong, resolute. They've obviously, I think they've won tonight, or they were winning certainly earlier on. They have come up having scored a lot of goals. but they've come into a different beast of a league. You know, we've seen that with 𝗕𝙬𝗪𝑎𝑐𝗍 and Marsk and all those sort of teams that have really dominated the leagues below. Not quite done it in this league. Not to say that Worksop won't, because I know they've got the tools to do that. They've certainly got a Northern Premier League centre forward, that's for sure. So yeah, back to the drawing board a little bit, but not to deviate away from our principles and what we do, because I think if we'd have stuck to them in the first half, it'd have been a much closer contest than it was. So yeah, train Thursday, have a look at personnel, what we do. I mean, we've still got, you know, 𝗕𝗹𝗪𝗆𝐿 Wilkinson in reserve. We've still got Pat Allington in reserve. You know, Don Lawson's not played a minute of football yet, which is tough on those players. Sam was left out tonight tactically. So there's lots of opportunities for players to get back in. My job is to put them into a group of 16 and to try and put 11 out there that will fit the game against a Worksop, because I think I know what kind of game it is. We had somebody there tonight. We've seen some videos, and you know, we'll have to be at our best from a physical perspective. I did think that we got a little bit more assured when we went to a 4 tonight, if I'm honest. Obviously,
I thought Simon Grant did well when he came out for his Lancaster debut.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was fantastic. He knows when to engage, when not to engage. He's got some quality on the ball. You know, don't bother me how old they are if they can do the job. And he did the job when he came on. And listen, it's just not one of them nights for Jamie. Just a little bit out of range with some passing, and 𝗙𝗪𝗏 was on a booking, which is why we took him off early doors. And for 𝗕𝗹𝗪𝗆, it's just one of them nights, isn't it, where it's tough out there, and that's part of his education to realise, you know, what certain decisions at certain times of the game are so important. But listen, he's a little superstar. We've seen enough of him to know that already. So yeah, let's have a look at putting the jigsaw puzzles back together for Saturday, with a good session on Thursday. And although we're fairly downhearted because we've lost a game of football, there's been nothing today that has suggested to me that we're not as far along as I think we are, and that I don't have the belief in this group of players, because I do. I still think we'll be top end. I still think we'll be significantly better than we were last season. I've not seen anything tonight to suggest otherwise, other than 2 or 3 bad decisions which have led a very good side to pick us off with a couple of goals.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Thank you.
𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗧, Lancaster!